Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the Bitcoin price has just made its first attempt at breaking 45,000. And so far, we are still finding major resistance at that level, but we have some other importance patterns that we need to be paying attention to. But first, let's take a quick look at the 2-hour Bitcoin charts, because on the much smaller timeframes like this 2-hour chart, we are starting to see some short-term bearish signals, like the RSI, for example, dropping off, and the 2-hour MACD experiencing a bearish cross. And this is coming at a time where the Bitcoin price is running into major resistance at around 45,000. So it shouldn't be too surprising that we did get a bit of resistance at 45,000. And the last time that we saw something like this was around 2 weeks ago, right back here. We saw a bullish move to the upside, and then the price action started consolidating sideways while the RSI started dropping off, and we saw a bearish cross in the 2-hour MACD. And that actually led the Bitcoin price into a shorter term downtrend. So this is a risk that we need to be paying attention to. But for now, it's only really on the smaller timeframes looking at the immediate shorter term, because when you're zooming out to the 12-hour Bitcoin charts, technically speaking, we still have all three of these indicators pointing in the bullish direction. But also just keep in mind on this 12-hour Bitcoin chart that the RSI is getting very close to overbought territories. And so, as I said yesterday, I would not be surprised if we see a bit of a short-term cool-off, perhaps before we break a level like 45,000. And obviously, I'll keep you updated on this chart when these indicators potentially start flipping bearish again, but right now they aren't flipping bearish, at least just yet. And on the daily Bitcoin chart, you can really see why $45,000 is strong resistance for the Bitcoin price. And obviously for the subscribers out there, you would know that I've been talking about this level for quite a while now. But if the Bitcoin price starts gaining above 45,000, what we need to see is, of course, confirmation of that breakout. So I'm talking about candle closes on the larger timeframes like the daily chart or the weekly charts, for example. Also, if we could see an increase in volume as we're breaking through 45,000, that would be great to see. And another way to possibly confirm a breakout is looking for a retest of that previous resistance to flip it into new support. So those would be the confirmations that I would look out for on the Bitcoin chart as we potentially break 45,000. But once again, I want to make it clear that right now, at the time of recording this video, we have not seen a confirmed breakout above 45,000, at least just yet. And another reason why 45,000 is really important is because that is the neckline for this W pattern on the daily time frame. And as I let you know about yesterday, the technical price target for this W pattern, if we see a confirmed breakout above 45,000 first, then the technical price target would be coming in at around 60,000 US dollars. Now, keep in mind, even if we see a confirmed breakout above 45,000, we're still going to find some other point of resistance before we reach 60,000 US dollars. For example, if you're looking at our Fibonacci levels on the logarithmic settings, we have the golden pocket, the most important Fibonacci level, coming in at around 52 to 53,000 US dollars per Bitcoin. And if you're looking on the larger timeframes like this 3-day Bitcoin chart, what we have in the price oscillators, so I'm talking about the RSI and the MACD, is technically bullish signals. Ever since around November 2021, the RSI and the MACD on these larger timeframes has been trending to the downside all the way up until around the end of January, beginning of February this year, which is where the 3-day Bitcoin RSI started to trend back to the upside. And in the first week of February, we saw a bullish cross in the 3-day MACD. And if you're looking at some previous examples, at the last time, both of these price oscillators were flipping bullish on the 3-day chart after a significant downtrend. That brings us to July 2021 after that massive crash that we saw during May. And it also brings us to April 2020, just after that massive crash that we saw during March 2020. And obviously, you can see how these bullish signals played out on the Bitcoin price. So once again, for as long as Bitcoin can break above that strong resistance at around 45,000, then on the larger timeframes, technically speaking, we are already prepped, ready to go. Now, just giving you a quick update on the percentage of Bitcoin short positions on the Binance exchange and the Bybit exchange. And since yesterday, so over the past 1 day, we have seen an increase in short positions on both Bybit and Binance relative to long positions. And in fact, this has been happening ever since around the 20th of February. So basically, despite Bitcoin playing out some bullish price action over the past 1 to 2 weeks, there's still a lot of people in the markets that are bearish on the Bitcoin price, wanting to short Bitcoin even at these levels. And one potentially bearish signal that we have right here is the US dollar currency index breaking above key resistance. But I want to make it clear that we have not yet seen confirmation for this breakout. And for the beginners out there, when the US dollar currency index is trending to the upside, that is more bearish than it is bullish for Bitcoin. And then, of course, when the US dollar currency index is in a major downtrend, technically speaking, that is more bullish for Bitcoin than it is bearish. And now there's a couple reasons why the US dollar might be rising. And one of those main reasons is because foreign currencies like the Russian ruble are crashing against the US dollar. And obviously that has everything to do with what is happening in the world right now, which is why the US dollar currency index is looking somewhat bullish here. But interestingly enough, the US dollar currency index playing out some bullish price action isn't really really having much of an effect on the stock market and on Bitcoin, at least just recently, because what we have right here is the S&P 500 index on the daily time frame, and today, at least so far, has been a green day, which is obviously good to see. And of course, we still have this major bullish divergence on the daily time frame for the S&P 500 index, and the same thing goes for the Nasdaq 100 index on the same daily time frame as well. And for anyone that is new to this channel, if the stock market is overly bearish, then it's very likely that Bitcoin is going to play out some bearish price action. But then if the stock market flips more bullish again, that could really help Bitcoin play out some more bullish price action. So to summarize this video, my main focus would be, of course, 45,000 US dollars per Bitcoin. Anything below that is really just shorter term bullish price action. And technically speaking, because of what we're seeing on these smaller time frames, we do run the risk of a possible shorter term cool off. But after we potentially see a confirmed breakout above 45k, we have these larger time frames looking much more bullish, which are potentially setting up a much larger move back to the upside if, of course, we break above that shorter term resistance first. Anyway, if you found this video useful or simply enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And before you click off, definitely make sure you're checking out one of these uploads if you haven't already, because both of these videos show you ways to make more money in the crypto markets, whether or not prices are going up or down. But anyway, that is it for this update. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.